With a survey of 30 countries across all the regions of the world and 5.5 billion people, the Open Society Foundation's OSF concluded that corruption is undermining democracy in Nigeria and several other countries. Corruption manifests in every sphere of national life, most noticeably in elections, the judiciary, government agencies, procurement, in contracts, payroll, and in extortion by security agents. For many, corruption is the single greatest obstacle preventing Nigeria from achieving its enormous potential. On assuming office in 2015, the Muhammadu Buhari administration began prosecuting some public officials for diverting the $2.1 billion taken under his predecessor, ostensibly to purchase arms to combat the Boko Haram insurgency. Buhari said $150 billion of oil wealth had also been stolen. His deputy, Yemi Osinbajo, termed the looting grand corruption, in which officials went directly to the Central Bank of Nigeria's vault to take cash. Buhari said, if we do not kill corruption, corruption will kill Nigeria. The United States-based Center for International Private Enterprise argues that the corruption war in Nigeria fails primarily because the government is selective, ineffective, and themselves lack credibility. On Clearview News Desk, we believe that corruption aggravates inequality and injustice and undermines stability, especially in the world's most vulnerable regions. The pioneer Fourth Republic President Olusegun Obasanjo established two agencies to combat graft, but his successor Umaru Yar'Adua promptly hounded and forced out the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission's head. Thereafter, most of the state governors accused of treasury looting went away scot-free. Under Goodluck Jonathan, 2010 to 2015, both agencies were in limbo. Buhari, who came with an anti-corruption image, did not do well. Having no clear plan, he could not appoint a substantive EFCC chairman until late in his second term. Members of his inner circle looted without restraint. Instead of abating under him, corruption ballooned. Abubakar Umar, a former military governor, declared, truth is that he, Buhari, presided over the most corrupt administration in the history of this country. Nigeria has become a truly fantastically corrupt nation in the last 8 years. The EFCC, however, recovered $550 million by stopping ghost workers on the public payroll. Buhari also implemented the Treasury single account and recovered $370 million unremitted tax. But he further undermined the war by pardoning two ex-governors convicted of corruption. A former accountant general of the Federation allegedly stole 109 billion naira, from which he returned 30 billion naira. Despite many court judgments, the government refuses to account for recovered assets. In 2019, the corruption case against a former governor was discontinued after striking a political deal with Buhari. Parliamentary corruption inquests are frequent and loud, but invariably lead nowhere. Examples are the power sector expenditure, fuel subsidy, and the Niger Delta Development Commission probes. The looters escape with their loot, some later ascend to higher public offices. As we speak, there are indications that the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has reopened money laundering cases against former governors and some former ministers, with the amount involved running into over 853 billion naira. Checks by Clearview with the Anti-Graft Agency revealed that many governors and public office holders whose cases were dropped will soon be invited back for questioning. The EFCC chairman, Olanipekun Olukoyede, had recently declared that the agency would revisit the cases of the affected public office holders. All the same, Tinubu has not articulated a definite plan yet. Though he ordered a probe of the CBN, many senior figures in the incumbent administration have been accused of corruption. To defeat graft, President Tinubu must fashion and implement a pragmatic plan. His indefinite suspension of the EFCC chairman, Abdulrasheed Bawa, arouses suspicion that he is waging a vendetta. He should avoid that tag and make examples among the corrupt political class, including his own associates. So, from Clearview, we say, Mr. President, don't be deceived. Don't be misled. Without taming corruption, you cannot transform Nigeria.